I see a lot of very well-made edits, very cool, with transitions, flashy effects, after effects, you name it. Now the thing with that is I'm looking at more of the edits than the actual message itself. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video I want to talk about something that is not as discussed, but it's very important as well, and it's a topic related to editors, because it's just one of those things where editors are kind of needed in all realms of the social platforms when it comes to all these high-end video production stuff, all this short form content, when it comes to YouTube videos, when it comes to a lot of these things. Editors are just one of those things where you need to make sure you have in order to get the right content out. Now I've of course running an agency, going through a lot of editors, having a big team of editors, you kind of get to learn a lot, being yourself an editor as well. Like I've edited tons of TV shows in my time and everything. So I wanted to kind of point out some key things you need to look at before hiring an editor, and just some things to look out for. Now I'm not going to be talking about the pricing and check their attitude. Those things are very generic and just is a more human-based things, and you just need to look at that just by talking to them anyways. What I want to talk about is that, are they trained enough to explain your concepts better? So this is just one of those things where you can hire a top level editor who knows how to do the animations, who knows how to do the graphics, who knows how to do all types of fancy captions, and that might be what you're looking for. But in a lot of cases, that is something you don't need, though. That is mostly a want. And notice how I said high class edit. That's because people kind of take that word and just put it into the type of editing they do. I look at it a little differently. Of course, that's important. They should be skilled enough and should be able to do all of that. But in my thing, they need to be skilled enough to know how to explain concepts. They need to understand concepts and know how to present those concepts to the world onto your videos. Let's say you're talking about something development related, or it could be financial related, could be fitness related, anything. And you're talking about something super complicated, or you're talking about something that a visual would be nice to have because it would just further improve your point. And when you give it to the editor, they're just using very generic graphics and it doesn't even make sense. Maybe it's just a stock footage or something that just doesn't kind of explain the point. It just looks nice, and just looking nice does not get the job done. You want to make sure that your concepts are actually being explained. Let me give you an example. On Instagram and TikTok, Instagram in particular, I see a lot of very well-made edits, very cool, with transitions, flashy effects, after effects, you name it. Now the thing with that is I'm looking at more of the edits than the actual message itself. So the edit to me is more impressive than the actual message itself. So that kind of got me going, and I didn't realize this on the first one. This was at the 20th or 50th one I watched. After I had some of my made too, I was like, hold on, what am I doing? When I watch these videos, I'm actually watching it more for the edit than the concept itself. And whenever I started posting videos like these, people were commenting on the edit and not the actual message. And the message is where the money is made. So I need to focus on the message and not the actual edit. Because when you focus on the edit, people will focus on the edit too. But if you focus on the message, people will focus on the message automatically. So you want to make sure that the content you're putting out doesn't conflict with the edit. The edit is there to enhance your message. It's not there to take over it and just kind of be that flashy Lamborghini in front of your message. And that's what all people see. So very important you do that. Or if you already have an editor, send this to your editor, because the only thing that your videos need is better concept explaining. You don't need a couple emojis coming up. You don't need a fancy caption going from left to right. Use simple captions and just have your message come across better. Certain reels do way better than just simple captions. You can use fancy captions if you still want that fancy element, because it is important. I'm not gonna lie, making a video look cool is still very important. So I'm not taking that piece of the pie away. I just want to make sure the priorities are set correct. So on the top should always be, is my message being delivered? So as long as that's happening, the rest of it is fine by itself. Because you'll notice, if you post a simple caption, you scroll through Instagram or TikTok all the time, you'll see most of the reels are very simply made, do the best, because the hook is there, the message is there. All of these things which are required to get you the sale, is usually done by the person understanding what your message is about. So that's why keep the editing kind of at a certain pace and make sure you're focusing more on the message. So that is all for today's video. We just wanted to explain this concept to you guys. And this is also done on YouTube as well. So for example, if you're explaining a concept, a very complicated concept, your editor needs to know how to define those concepts onto the screen, whether it's flowcharts, whether it's just certain numbers or measurements that need to be explained in a visual manner. That's a skilled editor in my eyes, because they know that person actually learns through your stuff and portrays that into the screen. Now that's impressive, because now your audience doesn't need to kind of like rewatch it 5 times, ask you the same questions. They are learning as you speak. So that is why it's very, very important that you find an editor that knows how to explain concepts rather than just editing. And if you're an editor watching this, start learning people's businesses, start learning what they do, and just try your best to make sure that what they're saying, you can accurately display that as an animation or a graphic or whatever you want to use on the screen, so their audience can understand that better. And I guarantee you, like, your value is going to go up automatically, especially if you can communicate this with people as well. Yeah, and by the way, if you are a service-based business and you're looking to get content done for you while also generating qualified leads, we do have a done for you offer where we take care of that for you. So if you're interested, there's a Calendly link in the description. Just book a call and we'll be in touch very, very soon. Also, if you want to subscribe to my newsletter, I send 5 very short emails every single morning, Monday to Friday. It's a good read. It's just one of those things where I try to get a reaction out of the person reading, something like, aha, I didn't know this. Well, now you know. So things like those, if you want value out of it, there's a link right in the description. Just click on it and yeah, go from there. Take care.